Episode 9. Is it episode 9?
I believe it's episode 9.
Episode 9. Below the Rim podcast. Ryan Poyle, Andrew Hinkson, Jamal Johnson Hines. How we doing tonight, fellas?
Good, man.
Good. Feeling good.
Beautiful sunset here.
Oh, we're filming a little earlier. I was about to say that.
Yeah, sun's still up.
It's nice. Feels good.
So
it's a completely different feng shui.
So Denver Nuggets just won the NBA championship. That's pretty crazy.
You're just gonna drop it on us like that?
No, I mean, why not? Why not? It's a universal remote.
It feels so weird that they won.
I know.
Is that me or is it?
It's like, Jordan dropping the bomb on us. It's like Jokic. He's got to get back home to his horses, man. I'm surprised that he won or that they won this, but it does feel good. It's a changing of the guard in the NBA.
You have to give someone the credit when where the credit is due. Drew, how you doing, man? You're looking fresh. Beretta brought the fire last episode, bro.
Beretta, I've been listening to some of the tracks this week. Still going back over and catching some of the bars she's been throwing down. So yeah, she definitely was a great guest. Can't complain there. Hockey season ended too this week, bro.
Vegas Knights.
Vegas Golden Knights, only 6 years in existence.
Jeez.
Already been to the finals 3 times, and they locked it down. Funny thing is, they didn't make the playoffs a couple years ago. So it's not even like the same team that first started when they got their inaugural season 6 years. They kind of retooled and have gotten back. And to think that my beloved Maple Leafs have not won in 1967.
Jeez.
1967. So
that's what year I was born. That's what year I was born. That's incredible.
Apparently, these guys in Vegas have figured it out, and us up in Toronto have not. That's all.
Ryan, I did your life hack. I was flying in last night from LA, and I did your life hack, man. It worked. It was incredible. It was incredible. Yeah, I had the whole road to myself. I was living life in the sky there, man. I was on cloud 9, minus the other, the 9 part. I don't know, whatever, Can
I add? I'm actually looking forward to more life hacks like these because you see the typical do it yourself or put this under your door, saves you on heating bills. No, I want an actual life hack I can use and buy. Okay, nice.
Let's go into that. Do we have any life hacks? Do we have any? I don't have any. But does anyone have a life hack that they want to share with the group?
I got a little one, man. I don't know if this even qualifies as a life hack, but
we'll find out.
We'll find out because y'all can tell me if this is useful or not. The other day, when you have a packet of mayonnaise or ketchup that you get from a takeout restaurant or whatever, and you're finding a way to I like to put mayonnaise, for example, in a pasta tuna kind of salad that I like to make every once in a while. But it's hard to get all the mayonnaise out of the pack. So the other day I saw that what you could do is you put the pack on the inner side of the lid, and then you put the lid on top, and as you pull through the packet,
wow,
completely empty the packet inside of the
wow.
You know what? I'm a visual learner. I have to see it. You have any mayonnaise?
That's a good idea. Okay.
On me right now, I do not, but yeah, I saw it demonstrated, and I was pleasantly surprised about how much more mayonnaise I could get out of the takeout package as before. So I mean,
Avery Adamo is on the pod, and Ryan was like, he's probably just gonna pop in. He's just gonna pop.
You never know.
I made it.
There you go. Yo, can you guys tilt your cameras up? What's going on? What is this? Is this like a Scarface?
What do you mean? Much good?
There we go. Yeah.
Bingo, bango, boingo.
All right, so let's go into the top 5 big things of the week. Avery, I'm gonna come straight to you, man. Elon Musk is gonna buy Toyota.
Man, fuck Elon Musk. All I care about is the NBA Finals. Okay.
Can we wait?
Brother's obsessed with Elon Musk.
What was the ratings of the NBA Finals? Were they?
I know they didn't struggle.
No,
I don't know the exact numbers, but I know they didn't struggle.
Oh, for real? Okay, good. That's good. I like how they were promoting Jokic, that low key type of vibe, he's not in the spotlight, I like when they promote that because it's not always
introvert, man. He's an introverted type.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's out there in LeBron and Lobos and which is great, but
everyone could be like me. It makes sense.
Okay, so don't quote me, but if you can see this, a championship game 5 average 13.08 million views, up 1%. There it is right there.
Wow. And then it peaked to 17.8 million viewers. Well, there you go.
They be doing good. Yeah, I heard them talking about it that on game 1 that they were it was the same viewership that they had last year, so they
not
didn't
bad.
struggle. But
That's
like realistically, I've said this for a long time that even if the teams suck, if you're a basketball fan, you're gonna watch regardless.
Yeah, a lot of people wait for the finals to start.
Unless you're not a Denver's fan, but
Jamal Murray's from Toronto. I saw him at the airport one time. Big dude. Big dude. Or he's from Kitchener. What was that? Hold on.
Speaking of Jaws, is it true Ja Morant is suspended for the whole season?
Well, I haven't seen him release.
I didn't see that.
Anything.
What?
Don't quote me on that, because I sometimes I like to go down the rabbit hole.
Seen Adam Silver actually release anything yet?
Yeah.
Right. Oh no, because it was supposed to be after the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
They can't.
So they're saying that they think he's going to release a statement tomorrow.
That would shock the hell out of me if they were.
That would shock the whole NBA.
And I said that was possible. I said it was possible.
You did say that.
I could see him fucking getting suspended for a year or even getting like kicked out for a bit. They've done it. They've done it for people for smoking weed. Just because he's a big name, you don't think it's possible. Tyreek Evans got kicked out of the league. OJ Mayo got kicked out of the league. These guys were like big,
OJ Mayo.
big
Wow.
names at points. So it's possible. Fucking, I realized I said the Michael Ray Richardson thing, but like, if you want to get more recent with it, Tyreek Evans and OJ Mayo both literally got kicked out of the league
for weed.
For smoking weed. If it with gun shit, you could definitely get kicked out.
I feel like Ja's biggest problem is the alcohol, man. When I see the way he can down those,
he can guzzle those bottles, man.
I'm telling you, man, that's the issue.
But shouldn't athletes have a life? Like, I mean,
I got it, but Gemma, but this guy was guzzling shots of Patron. Like, that's not party. That's like yikes.
Like depression. Like he's. Oh, you know what? Like, who knows what his mental wellness is?
Not depression, just like yikes, like a little too much. Like
concerning chugs, basically.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what was it? Big Sean
that's
was
my
on.
opinion. What do I know? I don't know.
Big Sean was on that podcast with Nori. What's it called?
Drink Champs.
Yeah, and he was like, Big Sean was just like, hey, this is out of the kindness of my heart. Where do you find balance? Like, you're drinking on every single episode, you know?
Wow.
So he was actually asking, like, do you find time to like not drink?
What did they say?
And he was just like, I got a balance, and I'm just like,
that's how he talks too. Remember Westfield Mall? We used to go to Westfield when we used to go to LA back in the day. They're closing down Westfield. So Westfield is the conglomerate.
Oh, okay.
I like using that word. They're like the parent company, but so it was Westfield or Fox Hills back in the day, and then it turned Westfield. But Westfield, they're closing down shopping malls all over America. John Morant said in one of his videos that he doesn't go to shopping malls anymore. Do people still go to malls here? Does anyone? I have not been to a shopping mall in so long.
People still go to roller skate arenas. Like,
okay, time out. There's a roller skating rink right beside Pursuit, that little adult obstacle course. I'm gonna go roller skating.
Are the barbershops still bumping? Do people still hang out at the barbershop?
People still go to barbershops?
That's a big thing.
I don't know.
Because I get
times have changed, is all I'm saying. But okay, back to the finals. Fucking, you guys actually watch that shit?
Absolutely, man.
I missed the last game, bro. I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested in the finals, man.
That's ridiculous. Okay, who watched the Brian?
It's a horrible answer. That was so anticlimactic.
I had a wedding the last game, so I missed the last game as well.
So you missed the last game.
Dude,
no one wanted Denver to win.
I actually did watch the finals, but I can tell you, I feel like Denver was in the lead in every single minute of the finals. Miami was trying to play catch up. Jimmy Butler looks like he was goddamn paid off by the Mafia because he looked like half of himself by the time that last game went around. I am pleased with the way Kyle Lowry represented. He's the only guy that pretty much played buzzer to buzzer. This dude, when I see the end of the game and I see the two guards from Miami. Strus is one of them, I think. That guy Strus.
Max Strus.
And Gabe Vincent.
I did not see his purpose on the floor.
Wow.
Some of the biggest moments I see Spoelstra put him out there, and all he does is brick three-pointers. He does not play the defense.
Tyler Hero was cleared to play, too, and they didn't play him.
Yeah, you can't just throw a guy into the wolves like that.
You know what I mean?
Probably wouldn't have been effective.
I don't know. It's not like he hasn't played in the finals before.
Right. I feel like Miami really showed that they didn't even belong that far, man. I still don't understand how the hell they beat Milwaukee, to be honest.
I think the last couple plays of the game, there was a big timeout that wasn't called with like 30 seconds left. I don't know why they didn't call a timeout.
I love the mustache.
Was Jimmy, it's bad. Jimmy Butler fucking with the turnover at the end was real rough.
Terrible.
Fucking.
And they were right there too. It's crazy. Like,
yeah, it was a 3-point game, I want to say, at that time. And Jimmy Butler with pulling up that 3 with 20-some seconds left in the game. There was a few pretty bad decisions at the end of the game. You can't like pinpoint it and say it was just that's the reason they lost, but you could say that it didn't help. That's for damn sure.
they weren't coming back anyways.
Like,
either way, they weren't going to win.
They wouldn't be in the finals regardless. So.
He played, and you got to give Miami credit because there's a stat where they said, hold on, let me pull it up here. And Ryan Paul, I want to come to you and talk to you about the owner of the Denver Nuggets getting a plane for Jokic to get back to Serbia for the horse racing. What are your thoughts on that? While I pull this other stat up on Miami.
Man, those guys have been lit.
Yeah, the parade. I mean, he didn't want to leave. He said today he didn't want to leave the parade after saying that he wasn't excited to celebrate. I think he won back the hearts of those Denver Nuggets fans as if he lost them at all, but winning them a championship. But, you know, to see him there and him partying with the Denver Nuggets, kind of putting his horses aside, which is his pride and joy. I'm not sure if you guys heard him say it in the speech. He's like, yeah, I like basketball, but it's not what defines me. The man just loves his horses. If he wasn't an NBA player, he would be the world's tallest jockey. I think.
All them pretty horses.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in horse racing.
He does like chariot style horse racing. It's pretty.
I think it's called buggies, horse and buggy.
So the stat on Miami is this. We got the stat here, courtesy of ESPN. Second team to reach finals as an 8 seed. First play-in team to reach the finals. Reached finals despite being underdogs in their first playoff series. So, they got something in Miami, and now there are reports that they're looking for Ja Morant. Kendrick Perkins had that take, and then there's also the Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal. Drew, what do you think about those rumors swirling?
So all of a sudden, Ja Morant is a tradable?
I guess I don't know, man.
He's what do you call it?
They're saying Zion's
investment
now.
I'll take
it. Who is Zion?
I don't know how much Ja Morant would have to drink to actually get traded and then be a commodity that is tradable. Because, I mean, no matter what, he's still a superstar if he's on the court. And it's not like he actually shot anybody. I don't know. Whoever the GM is that signs off on that trade, it must be a little bit mental.
We're in the cancel culture. So, I mean, if you're like a franchise, I don't think you want to take any chances when it comes to that type of stuff. So, like, especially if they're going to make him an example, I don't think anyone's going to be holding any weapons again on camera.
No. Right. But they said that it was a toy gun. That's what his team said, that it was a toy gun.
Really?
Classic.
You know, Ja Morant's not talking to that guy anymore?
Why are you putting him on live after that?
So he's not talking to that dude anymore?
He said he cut off. Even Lil Wayne reached out to him to be like his mentor.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne is his mentor.
Weezy.
No wonder this guy's doing dumb shit.
Lionel Messi, Miami, thoughts?
We're gonna be going to an MLS game. That's for damn sure. We're gonna get me out to New York City Red Bulls or the FC, Jordan, whenever you're free, man.
Have you kept the tally of the contracts? What are the updates on the contracts? Or like any bigger signings since the last episode?
None bigger than Messi. Jude Bellingham was bought for
that's not bad.
$3 million. You know,
why the Messi thing's official? He's for sure going to Miami.
Yeah, he's on the Inter Miami team owned by David Beckham.
I was about to say David Beckham.
That's
David Beckham had a
nice
little come up, man.
That's crazy.
He bought the team, so he came over from England, played in the MLS, got a $255 million contract over 5 years, bought Inter Miami for $25 million, and they're valued right now at $600 million. Messi coming to Inter Miami, he might get that team up to $1 billion valuation.
Yeah, 100%. 100% with Messi there, and Messi's gonna be fucking doing dirty work on the fucking field because he's just playing against a bunch of bums. So.
And the Florida Panthers, right? Drew, coming to you, NHL. Drew, what's going on off season? Are the Leafs signing any big signings or anything like that? Like just a quick little off season update with that.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Maple Leafs have a guy named Matthew Nyes that kind of joined the team right when the playoffs started. He's our new rookie, going to be the star rookie next year. We also have a guy named Robertson, whose brother was the leading scorer on the Dallas Stars. But every year this guy gets hurt in training camp. So they replaced the general manager with Brad Treliving, who was the former GM in Calgary. So as far as players on the ice, the Leafs are going to bring back the same core four, man. Austin Matthews, John Tavares, William Nylander, and Mitch Marner, that foursome takes up about 80% of the goddamn payroll. So it makes it very hard to build around.
How did the Vegas Knights win in such a short time span, though? Like, is it the city? Does the city? Because it must be the city, man. Because to pull in these players in what they've been a franchise for 9 years, 6 years.
6 years only. 6 years only.
Them strippers, they motivate. That's what they do.
Right.
The strippers motivate.
Hey, we got the guy who predicted the Denver Nuggets winning the NBA championship. We got Daniel Falloon.
That's why you want to
really
come on this
predict-
episode.
did he
That's why
really
you want to come on
predict
this episode, huh?
Did he really predict it though? He comes in
He
like
did
the
it.
Western Conference Finals.
Hey.
What's going on, gentlemen?
It's like when you come in the Western Conference Finals, you have a 75% chance you're gonna make the right answer.
Man,
Yeah, I know
should've
that. There you
put
go.
money on that shit.
There you go. There you go. That's good, man. Good to see you hopping on the pod. All right, so there was the shooting, man. The 9 people were wounded in the mass shooting Tuesday in Denver. Did y'all hear about that?
Fuck, what's going on with people? People be crazy.
And Denver had, you remember the school shooting back in the day? Like, I don't know if Denver, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
the Denver airport too, as well.
that happened at what?
No, there's a lot of conspiracies about the Denver airport as well.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
That could be a
What?
full episode.
What do you
Whoa,
mean,
whoa,
picture
as it
that's
got-
with the picture that's in the airport there, that big picture that they have, and that they have a bunker underneath the airport or something like that. But yeah,
They have a lot of imagery of animals being sacrificed, a lot of like imagery of like, it's just weird. Let me see if I can pull up some.
it's deep.
Whoa.
Man, Jamal always gotta come with some crazy shit.
And Ryan, you heard about this? You heard about this too?
I like
Oh
it.
yeah, there's a lot behind it. We could do a full episode, honestly. There's a lot of conspiracies tied into this as well.
Can
The
we
deeper you go, the crazier they get.
Okay,
Can
take
we-
a look here. Take a look
just
here.
can we just do it? Because I like conspiracy
Okay,
theories.
so this is some of the
Of course
stuff
you
that you can see at the Denver airport. Like, I mean, what is this? The 4 Horsemen over here.
Whoa.
We got depictions of this. Like, this is in the airport.
Whoa.
Oh.
And then
It's Denver. They're religious as fuck over there.
That's crazy. Okay, well, thank you.
I'm on live right now, and I have a
All right.
question. It was pertaining to a few minutes ago. Let me ask you.
Avery Adamo, you get best dressed tonight. You looking fine. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so this question, funny enough, what role does alcohol play in your life?
I drink that shit every night.
I just had a glass of rosé tonight with dinner, so I mean, that's,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Just by a round of hands, who drinks before the podcast?
Today was the first time. Today was the first
So
time.
today was the first question.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing in my life that I do or don't do that I say liquor has to be involved in. I kind of am what you will call a very spontaneous and social drinker. So the role that alcohol plays in my life would probably be somewhere along the supporting actor role, maybe something.
Wow, I like the.
I like that. Okay, all right,
I
all
like
right.
the equivalent. I like the equivalent.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a supporting role. I'm more of a social drinker now. Before I was an alcoholic, 100%.
Even in social settings, I mean, I might have the gin and tonic. If me and Ryan are hanging out, we might have like a little gin and tonic. But that's it. I'm like 2. I'm good.
What about you, Daniel?
Shit, man. I was
Don't forget, I went clubbing with you guys.
We used to go clubbing. Remember the night when Tomas said he was.
I know what
Jamal,
you're talking about, brother.
You remember that night at government? Yo, go ahead. Sorry.
Ever since I've been on this journey that I'm on, if I drink two shots straight, I'm good, man. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah, and we
Other
went out to
than that,
Moxie's.
I can't.
We went out to
Yeah.
Moxie's the other night, and I think we didn't even drink. We just had water.
Yeah.
No, we had a beer. We had a beer.
Stella.
We had a beer. Yeah, we had a
We
beer.
had
Yeah.
Stella.
we had a
I've been
beer.
to one party with no alcohol, and I was dancing in the middle of the dance floor. So they say, like, if you can't go out without drinking, then you're not really having fun.
Yeah.
But then again, one
Smoker
said,
than a drinker, I think.
"Oh,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'd rather be sober." Well, that's
So-
just now.
sober,
Don't get me
sober.
wrong. I don't want to see I'm all self-righteous. No, them.
Everyone's got their vices, man.
Being high is dope too. You know what I'm saying? Smoking down with a Snoop Doggy Dog. Ryan Paul, I just want to get your thoughts because you're the Americano. Joe Rogan said there's like a double standard between Trump and Joe Biden. What are your thoughts on?
knew that it was gonna be something political.
No, I want to know. Because
he said Joe. I honestly thought you were gonna say Joe Biden first, and then you said Joe Rogan, then you said Joe Biden.
You like what I did there? I did it all strategically, motherfucker. I did it. I didn't do none of that shit. Shots out to the pod. All right, Ryan Paul, coming back to you, Mr. Americano.
The political, Joe Biden.
Yeah, like, what do you think about that? Do you think there's a double standard? And what do you think about Trump? Do you think he's actually going to serve time? Yeah, what are your thoughts, sir?
I think in American politics, you do not know what the hell is going to happen. That's one thing I can say right now. And I thought, I'm going to take you back to 2016 when I thought that Hillary was going to win, only for Donald Trump to win. And I thought Trump was going to win in 2020, only for Biden to win. So I'm
Trump
like
2024.
The only president I've ever elected and they're voted for that's been elected is Barack. So
wow,
I'm not batting too hot over here personally. So I might not be the best guy to ask, but I think that Joe Biden is saying some crazy shit, and I think that President Trump is saying some crazy shit. So take your pick.
Lesser of two evils, you know, or
right.
so to speak. You know what I mean? Wow. I mean, talking politics is always crazy because Joe. No, you guys are.
Well, from there, if a politician does go to jail, like, do you think they're going to the public population, or are they going to some what they show in the movies, like a jail cell that's like all decked out,
the Goodfellas jail?
Yeah, like, you know, like, are they really going to jail?
Like, aren't they talking about him committing like treason or something like that right now?
That's what he's on trial for right now. Yeah.
So like,
yo, treason is a heavy charge. Like, that's
they're gonna throw him to the gallows, yo.
Yeah, because you're going against like the country. That's heavy. I want to come to you, Daniel Falloon, real quick. Pet peeve. What's your pet peeve?
Oh shit, you know what really grinds my gears?
Back in my day.
Pet peeves. What's my biggest pet peeve? God, man, it has to be everybody's, man. Don't chew with your mouth open. Like, god damn, nobody wants to see your food and eat it. Like, come on, bro. Very good. That's just gross, man. Like when you're making sound effects, like you're eating. Yeah, bro.
This girl could be perfect 10 out of 10, and she chews loud.
Fuck, bro. Yeah, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro.
Jamal, pet peeve.
Huh? My pet peeve? Pet peeve. I'll be honest. My pet peeve, it's very small, but if a woman cannot burp and it's pathetic, it turns me off. Like,
so you want it to be like a loud
belch. If you can't belch, don't burp at all.
Good for you.
Man, you would love
my girl. She's gotta come. She's gotta come real from the jump. Then
100. Yeah, pretty much. Because it's like, once you go real, there's no going down from there. So, you know.
Ryan Paul, pet peeve.
Bad drivers, Jordan.
Wow, that was mine. Right. Yeah, that was mine. Like when you park and you don't go to the back of the line, like the park at the back of the park, so I have the space to park with. You know what I'm? Go ahead. Sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, it's the drivers, it's the traffic, it's the lack of turn signals, it's the people that go left before they
turn left.
Yeah, New York City left is what I call it out here. They just turn left, and you have to. I want to ram them, but I'm not going to because car insurance, and you guys all know all about that. But man, it's look at me getting all worked up right now talking about it.
There you go.
I can see that.
Come to Brampton.
There you go. Drew Hickson. Drew Hickson, what's your pet peeve, sir?
I have a question for you too, Jordan, after my pet peeve. You know what, I was thinking about it when you came out to me, because I think I'm a bit of a hater maybe, because I got a few pet peeves, but I narrowed it down to going to the gym and about to get on the bench and do some workout type of maneuver, and you see someone's nasty sweat the bench. And in this day and age of contagious diseases and what's not, to think that somebody would not wipe down a bench knowing how sweaty they are. Some people just sweat all the way through their t-shirt, and it's nasty as hell when they get up off the bench, and they'll just walk away drinking their water like it ain't shit.
So that's so disgusting. I'm gonna flush that. Yeah, that's disgusting. Disgusting.
I have a quick question for you.
The drag of the cigarette was perfect. Great.
You've lived in both cities. Toronto traffic is so ridiculous right now. I live right now at Lakeshore and Parkline, and it takes me about half an hour to get to, say, Dufferin. Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, in your opinion, which city has the worst traffic? Toronto, New York, or LA?
LA.
Yeah, LA.
I drove on the highway in LA. Oh
yeah,
my
because
God.
LA is like it's like the Wild Wild West out there. It's like it's just traffic. New York, it's like all regulated, so you can't go like faster than 25 miles per hour. They got cameras that'll like send you a ticket in the mail automatically. It's like they have Ryan knows they have a really good system here. It's so much better. Toronto, because of the volume, it's not as bad, but yeah, it does get annoying out there. But yeah, LA's the worst.
LA's the worst.
Yep.
So you still can't go on the 405 at 405.
Yeah. Right. Adamo, Avery, Pretty Boy, Fresh Odds. He literally did. Did you? He leaned into it. He did the. Pet peeve, sir. Pet peeve.
Nice mushroom, by the way.
I don't know, man. I don't know what a pet peeve. I'm pretty cool with most things. I think.
Impossible.
I don't know. I'm sure there's something. Actually, no. I got one.
There you go.
The Toronto fucking announcers for the Raptors. I fucking hate Jack Armstrong, Leo Routing, and whoever the fuck the other guys' names are.
The one who almost got beat up by Big Mill.
They annoy me so, especially when it's like a game that I know that it's broadcasted in the States as like a TNT game, but because I'm in Canada, I gotta listen to fucking Jack Armstrong the entire time. That shit drives me crazy, honestly. Fuck Jack Armstrong. If I ever see Jack Armstrong in the streets, I'm fighting that guy.
That's always been a thing, like that. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Being from Canada, right? It's always like that. You know, we see where we can make improvements, so to speak. You know what I mean?
That's an improvement we can make.
All right, yo. So, like, fun fact. So did you guys know how much of the galaxy that we've searched, just in general? Like, can you guys like guess how much of the galaxy we've searched?
Next to none.
Earth is flat.
Shout outs to Daniel. So if the world, the universe is the ocean, right?
You have
one glass of water is what we've searched in the galaxy. So
it's
we
literally the same thing with the ocean. We've only searched like 5% of the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you think we should explore the space or the ocean first?
I think we should focus on what we could do first, like healing cancer and sickness, before we start to go and search the universe.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to fucking figure out my life. I don't really care about the universe or the bottom of the ocean.
There you go.
I'm staying the fuck away from both of those places, so it doesn't affect my life.
So you're not going to Elon Musk. You're not going to Mars with Elon Musk.
I'm good. Fuck Elon.
Copy. Daniel Floon.
Would you rather be a seaman, or would you rather go to space?
That's hilarious.
Like a seaman, like a swimming seaman.
Yes, a swimming Navy SEAL.
That type of seaman.
Space is scary, so I don't know, man. Like, I'm black. I like my feet firmly planted on the ground. So, like, the water thing, I gotta think about it. I'm still on Earth, so it's okay.
So Earth, you're staying on Earth. Drew, what do you got?
Hey man, I just relate everything back to the film industry, man. And pretty much every space movie I've ever watched, somebody dies. So I can guarantee you, if a brother goes to space, he's gonna die. Next thing, I always loved that James Bond movie I watched back in the day. My dad is a big James Bond fan, so I've watched them all numerous times. And I believe it was The Spy Who Loved Me. The villain had this underwater fortress that he could raise up out of the water whenever he wanted to. And life underwater looked pretty good, man. There's no police under there. I don't have to worry about getting shot by stray. Everybody's worried to fire shots under there because it could pierce the glass and flood the water fortress. So I think I'd feel safer underwater, man. I'd go for that life.
Remember the movie Waterworld?
Oh, that was Kevin Costner. Bad reviews. I love the movie though. You know, bullets cannot travel underwater, right?
There you go.
I don't know. I watched Mythbusters do it. They can still hurt you.
Ryan Poyle, what are your thoughts? Space or water? Because you asked the question.
Water, without a doubt. I want to go down. I want to explore. I want buried treasure. I want to be the James Cameron. Is what I want to do. I want to see what's down there. I want to recover like those aviation mysteries when Flight 370 from Malaysia went down. I want to be like pretty much not like the Aquaman like badass, but like the Aquaman explorer. You know, like.
Okay, so do you think there's a lot of maybe some other civilizations that got flooded that could be like underneath ours.
Atlantis.
Besides Atlantis.
There's another one. Sorry, that's an audition I did. Never mind. Go ahead.
There's the Tartarian civilization. There's Atlantis. There's a whole bunch. But I honestly feel that there were civilizations that sunk, maybe during the Great Flood. Who knows? You know?
Yeah.
But,
Ryan Poyle, golf update. Masters, with some records being broken. You want to give us a quick update?
U.S. Open this week out at LA Country Club. Xander Schauffele, Ricky Fowler, 8 under today. They shot a 62, a course record. Unbelievable stuff on the first day. It's really shaping up to be an incredible tournament. Scotty Scheffler still in the mix. Live Golf, PGA guys reunited. It's great to see. There's no more animosity, no more rivalry. Everybody's just playing good quality golf, Jordan. That's what the update is, and I'm thrilled about it.
There you have it.
Wasn't there a big golf tournament in Toronto last weekend? Canadian Open, maybe?
That's right. That is right. Denny McCarthy, Nick Taylor hit a 74-foot putt to win the Canadian, getting it done at home, and then the other Canadian golfer friend that went to celebrate with him was tackled by security.
Tackled?
It was tackled. I saw that.
I knew I heard something about that. World
That's
Star
crazy.
showed that. That's right.
World Star.
Great form tackle. I mean, maybe that guy needs a tryout for the Browns. Play some
Right from the shade room. So what's man? I mean, that's our show, bro. We could just end it right there.
Frankie is gonna bless us with a little MMA update and some fight highlights.
It's Franklin here with your MMA update. I don't know if you guys saw UFC 289 on the weekend. All I gotta say is wow. What a great card. From the beginning to the end, it was a fantastic card. I think it's been 4 or 5 years since UFC has been in Canada. You know, so someone who has worked UFC at the Air Canada Center, who's also gone live there to see it. I think us Canadians are happy to have UFC back. Hopefully, you know, we get at least one pay-per-view a year. Or even if we don't get a pay-per-view a year, give us a smaller card, UFC. We love MMA in Canada. We love the UFC. But let's get into the card. Man, I really had Beneil Dariush beating Charles Oliveira in that fight. But Charles Oliveira is one bad man. And I honestly, first round, when anyone wins in the first round with a finish, you gotta clap for them. Charles Oliveira is still one bad man. Maybe he has another run at a title shot next year. We'll see what happens later in this year with him. Then the main event, we had Amanda Nunes. Man, she beat up Irene Aldana. I wasn't expecting her to retire. You know, I thought maybe she'll go for a third belt, be the first UFC 3 division champ at one time. I think that would have been bad of her, but you know, she's had a great career. Not many people can say that they beat her. If you look at the list of who she's beat, Cyborg, Holly Holmes, she's beat everyone. Did you guys see the madness on the weekend? Did you see Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti? Who would have thought after the fight was done, the ref called the fight, a brawl would break out in the ring? You know, but the craziest thing about that brawl, how many guys jumped in the ring to help Floyd Mayweather? Like, they had his back, no questions asked. They didn't wait 1 second. We'll see what happens with Floyd Mayweather in the future, but listen, guys, I'm also fighting next week. I don't know if you guys see me. I think I'm looking nice and slim. I'm down to 215. I'm going to Des Moines, Iowa for the TBA SA Championships next week. We got some shirts that we're selling as part of a fundraiser. So if you want to support, you know, you could hit me up, Clinch Culture, and say you want to help the team get down to Iowa with a shirt. Hopefully next week's episode, you'll see me with a belt around my waist as the champion. And that's Franklin with the MMA update.
So I was watching the Bill Simmons pod, and he had Quentin Tarantino on. He was talking about how Lawrence Fishburne was originally supposed to be in Pulp Fiction, but they were working out the contract, and Lawrence Fishburne at the time was, you know, he wanted to be a lead actor. So he was like, I don't want to be second to John Travolta. So, you know, I'm not going to do it unless I'm getting $1 million. So they're going back and forth. And then Sam Jackson had a movie in the film festival. So the producers went to see that while they were working out the contract with Fishburne. They ended up liking Sam Jackson, and then Sam Jackson gets Pulp Fiction. So now that movie Die Hard with Bruce Willis, that movie's coming up, and that catapults Sam Jackson, right? But Lawrence Fishburne was supposed to get that role. And same thing kind of happens. And because Sam did Pulp Fiction and Lawrence Fishburne turned it down, like his team told him to turn it down because they weren't giving him enough money. Pulp Fiction then got Sam Jackson into Die Hard, and then Die Hard, Sam Jackson blows up. And then Lawrence Fishburne got The Matrix. So it kind of balanced out. But that was a little, I didn't know Bill Simmons goes in like that.
Wow.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
there's some pretty funny Lawrence Fishburne stories actually that I've heard. Fucking, I'm not gonna say who told me this story, but I have an inside source from a movie that Lawrence Fishburne did, and I'll leave out the city even, just so my.
It's not Googleable.
Well, we might get some views from it.
Here. There's a movie he did in Northern Ontario. I'll say that. Lawrence Fishburne. There was a scene that Lawrence Fishburne had to get like all angry for. So my buddy was doing set design for this movie. So he had to make this dresser for this like nice cabinet for this movie, I guess. And fucking Lawrence Fishburne's in the room, and my buddy walks in, and Lawrence Fishburne's like pacing back and forth, and he's like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And all of a sudden he grabs a bat and then starts beating the shit out of this dresser or this fucking nice cabinet that my buddy had made. So my buddy starts screaming at him to stop. And Lawrence Fishburne just breaks the shit out of the entire cabinet, I guess. Doesn't say anything to my buddy, just walks by, and my buddy was just like, "What the fuck?"
Whoa.
Apparently Lawrence Fishburne was just trying to get into
character.
the zone. Yeah, into character.
Wow.
Yeah, my buddy was fucking pissed.
There's that scene.
The funniest story
Jack Nicholson, remember when he's doing The Shining and he's getting ready, and he's in the back room, and he's like, "Grr," and he's getting ready, he's getting prepped up and prepared, man.
Scary.
Bicentennial Man is the movie that I'm recommending this week. That's a Robin Williams movie. I'm gonna watch that movie this week. Bicentennial.
That's the one where he's a robot.
A robot, yeah. That's the movie I'm gonna watch.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen it. I saw it when it first came, but I haven't seen it. Yeah. Oh wow, you rewatched.
Oh, and okay. This is my movie recommendation. Nefarious. I'm gonna recommend anybody who likes movies to watch Nefarious. It's gonna tickle a little bit of the logic, and it's going to mind fuck the creative, intuitive side as well. Beautiful movie.
Okay, well, this works out because my top 3 list is actually movie related. So, okay, my top 3 list of the week is not mafia, but like gangster or mafia movies, whatever you want to say. My top 3. Number 3, it was a hard decision, but A Bronx Tale is number 3.
Good one.
The whole cast is lit. The whole story is lit.
I love
they
that.
got some of the greatest fight scenes when they're in the bar when we were talking about like pickup lines and everything, or things to do with the girl, when he tells them that if the girl doesn't open the lock on the other side, she's a whore and dumb.
Yeah.
Some of the best advice I've ever heard.
You just paid him $20. You never bother you again. I love it.
My number 2 movie, again, a hard decision, but Godfather is my number 2 movie.
Wait, Godfather what?
Godfather
the original.
1.
Come on.
Okay, Godfather 1.
I watched
think if you would actually rank the Godfathers, I think the second one is my least favorite. I think the third is my second favorite. But either way, I'm cool with however you decide that with the Godfathers. And then my number 1 movie, I think it's pretty unanimous around the world for me, but Scarface is my number 1 movie for a mob or gangster related movie.
Good.
There's so many quotable lines in Godfather and Scarface. You can't not put them in your top 3.
Drew Hinkson, I'm coming to you next because you usually go last and you have all this time. I'm coming to you right now, bro.
So like this is like gangster theme type of movies?
Gangster or like mafia?
Okay. I gotta say Untouchables, man. I love the
Untouchables is fair.
Nice.
Very good.
That being mine for sure. Then there's an old movie I liked it showed the history of the gangs and politics in New York. I believe it called Gangs of New York.
Okay, that movie's lit too, actually.
Unbelievable
Leonardo.
Movie. Very violent. And for number 3, I'm gonna go off the board, man. It's not really a typical gangster mafia movie, but it's Tupac's movie debut, and it's the movie Juice, man.
Wow.
Not a bit of gangster
That's a good shout out.
Wow.
Good shout out to Juice.
Yeah, I like Juice, man. It's one of my most watched movies personally, so I'll throw that one in there.
Ron Poyle.
Wow, that's a tough list to follow right there. I'm gonna go American Gangster at number 3.
Ooh,
Gangster.
Yeah,
damn.
That was mine. But go ahead.
Damn.
Have you guys seen that movie? It's in Portuguese. It's based off the Brazilian favelas, City of
Gods.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that's a good one.
I'm going with that at number 2. It's kind of gang related. I wouldn't call it more mafioso, but I like that one at number 2.
Okay. That's fair.
You'll allow it? Okay, good. And number 1 for me, without a doubt, I've seen it a million times. Goodfellas.
Oh,
honestly,
man.
I was debating on my number 3 to be either Casino, Goodfellas, or Bronx Tale.
Can you not?
Okay, no, I'm going next. I'm going next.
Man, come on, man.
All right, I'm going next before you guys take all my selections. Okay. So, number 3, I'm gonna put the Outsiders with Jared Leto.
Great movie.
He's like
great movie.
Foreigner joins the Yakuza. What I say? Yeah. Okay. That Outsiders number 3. Number 2, Casino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Self-explanatory, classic, cult classic. And then I don't know if you guys seen this movie, but number 1, The Irishman.
Oh yeah.
Good movie. Good movie. Good
Long
movie.
as hell, but good, right?
Holy smokes. That one moved me. Like I was like, wow.
I will say that fight scene where he beats the shit out of that guy with the bar and he's kicking him is the most lackluster fight scene of all time. If Robert De Niro beat the shit out of me like that, I swear to God I'd kill myself directly after the fight.
Gnarly wanted to say hello. He wanted to say.
What up?
Gnarly.
Is that a cat? What am I looking at?
No,
Is that a cat?
There we go. My top three. It's this. Goodfellas, number 3.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 2 is Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco.
Oh, you want to go there?
That's the one with Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one. But there was one where he's
Blow.
Blow. Yes, that one.
Blow.
Yes, Blow.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing George Young.
Yeah. So that's my top. That's my top 3. But
great in that movie, man.
And then yes, she was incredible. And Boys in the Hood is like the honorable mention.
I think it's safe to say that Robert De Niro is the king of gangster movies. Then he was in most of almost all of our lists.
Yeah. I think he was the go-to guy. Him, Al Pacino, all those guys were like go-to guys for gangster movies.
Yeah, literally. I think Robert De Niro he's in The Untouchables. He's in Casino.
That's a conflict of interest. You can't
have what you're
everywhere.
fucking told.
Right. R.I.P. Ray Liotta too, man. Ray Liotta plays a great gangster.
No, that's it, man. Final thoughts.
So my final thoughts this week are around the NBA. So I know Avery's going to like this one. The Miami Heat getting the finals as an 8 seed is pretty impressive. You don't get a banner hung up for winning the Eastern Conference, but it has me thinking: would you rather your favorite team win 1 championship in 15 years, or would you rather go to 15 championships and never win 1? I'd like to hear what everybody sound off for my final thoughts this week on that. If the Cleveland Browns get 1 Super Bowl, that's all I need for my entire lifetime. So I'm going with just 1, and we're back to the gutter after that.
Sorry, what was it? Did you ask a question?
15 or would you rather go to 15 championships and never win, or would you rather win 1 and then suck for 15 years?
One championship in 15 years, man. One championship. Because I mean, it's like I think you texted the group. It was like what you go to the playoffs every year, like Denver, and you never win, or Portland, you never win. It's like, who cares, man? Like,
Part of me though would like to go to 15 Super Bowls at the same time. I mean, there's this hope every single year, but at the end of the day, that's loser talk, and that's why I bring it up, because the Heat getting there as an 8 seed's impressive at all, but you don't get that banner.
Drew Hinkson.
Yeah, man. My final thoughts this week. I'll stick with the NBA. I just hear a lot of this talk about Jokic being kind of like the passive hero or the passive, quiet superstar. Shout out to the people that kind of like hate to lose more than they like to win, because I kind of fall into that category myself. I got a number of friends who do a lot of trash talking, playing video games, or during the process of a game, they do a lot of trash talking. I don't really partake in that, and I find that I get super angry if I lose at a game, but when I win a game, it's almost kind of like a subdued celebration, because almost expected to win, and I don't really rub it in. So I do like the players that live and die for the sport. If you're going to be on my beloved Maple Leafs, I prefer that you actually care more about hockey than your private life or some kind of horse race or some ridiculous bullshit like that. But at the same time, I do understand the passive superstar vibe. It's a little bit refreshing. So shout out to the Denver Nuggets and to my man Jokic, man.
Nice.
I like it. Avery Adamo.
Okay, I'll start off with answering Ryan's question. I think that I would rather go to the championship 15 years in a row. Wow. I think there's like at the end of Braun's career, they're going to talk about how crazy it was that Braun went to 9 straight. Like realistically, there's nobody else. Point. Yeah, like there's not many people that have done shit like that. Like Bill Russell did things like that. But when Bill Russell was doing it, there was I think the most teams at the time was 12. So you can't really compare the two being the same thing. I'm sorry, Bill. R.I.P. to my guy, but I don't know if it's the same. On the NBA things, I think that I don't. People are talking about Jokic like he's a top 25 and shit. I don't know if I like ranking people on the all-time list until their career is actually done. If he were to get hit by a bus tomorrow, I don't think I would make him a top 25 player of all time. God, so like I think he's good, and I think they'll keep winning for the next while, but I don't know if they'll keep winning championships for the next while. So we'll see where it goes. But
I think they're gonna win again next year. But that's neither. Yeah.
If Jokic gets hit by a bus, I bet we lose all of our Denver supporters.
Jamal.
Probably doesn't really happen, man. But yeah, good point.
Thank you. My final thoughts: as a collective, I think we need to bring our mindset to at least the 4th floor of this condominium called life. I noticed on social media, a lot of people in my everyday life that I'm meeting, it's like there's no substance in anything anymore. Like people are more concerned with, someone in my life said, am I LGB because I'm wearing a pearl necklace? You know what I mean? Like our mindset is on the wrong things, and collectively, maybe that's why we don't go to space. Maybe that's why we haven't discovered the ocean. We need to maybe raise our frequency a little bit and take this world from a 3D experience to a 5D experience, and at least intellectually mature a little bit. And that's my little 2 cents.
Classic Jamal.
Yeah,
love it. I just want to thank everybody for hopping on the pod tonight. Ryan Paul, thank you again. Tay, thank you for the pre-production meeting. Avery Adamo, Andrew Hinkson, thank you for hopping on the pod. Jamal Johnson Hines, thank you for hopping on the pod. I got nothing else to say other than I'm excited for the episodes to come, and that's been our episode this week. If you don't agree with it, we're gonna flush it. And I'm Jordan,
Avery,
Ryan,
Andrew Hinkson,
Jamal,
and there we go.
not bad.